You're not smart enough. You're not worth it. You're not good enough. Nobody likes you. Why would they ever pick you? That felt awful, didn't it? Then why are you repeating it to yourself? You're slowly killing yourself with these thoughts, and you are not even realizing it. Harvard tracked 70,000 people for 30 years, and they found that the people that talk to themselves the way I just talked to you, the pessimists, die up to 15% earlier than the optimists. Think about it. Of an 80-year life, that's 12 years, wasted, taken away by the voice inside of your head. This isn't just speculation. It's biology. The American Psychological Association has been proving this for decades. Chronic stress from rumination, that's, for example, when you can't get over an embarrassing moment that happened 3 years ago, chronic stress shrinks brain regions that handle memory and emotion, and it's linked to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and depression. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 3 traps that your brain plays on you to keep you in negativity. Understand them to escape them. Trap 1, evolution. Your ancestors who paid more attention to the roaring lion than to the cute bunny, they survived. And the ones who didn't died. That's why you inherited a brain that prioritizes threats. That's why 1 criticism weighs as much as 4 compliments. Trap 2, your brain prefers familiar, even when familiar is bad. When you replay all these negative thoughts, your brain gets used to them. It creates a comfort zone, and walking out from it feels like walking off a cliff. That's why your brain keeps dragging you back, keeps pulling you back to the same misery it already knows, to protect you. But really, what is it protecting you from if negativity only destroys you? Trap 3, your brain lies to you. When you replay that failure, that humiliation, that embarrassing moment, your brain whispers, keep thinking, you'll figure it out. Keep thinking, you'll solve it. But really, it just buries you in misery, because rumination doesn't solve anything. Rumination traps you in a loop that drains you. And you keep listening to all of these thoughts because your brain pats you on the back. It disguises suffering as progress. So you feel productive. You feel productive after hearing all of this. But really, you're just your brain's puppet. You're just your brain's puppet. And negativity drives your life. And eventually, it will make your brain crash. Your conscious mind is a passenger in a car you can't control, and every thought is fuel for the engine that's destroying you. Negativity is a terrible driver, as you can see. But what if you can actually switch seats with negativity and start driving your own life? Well, I want to tell you about someone who didn't stand the chance. His name was Oliver. He was my uncle. He played the piano. He was a lawyer who hated injustice. My mom says he was brilliant, the kind of person that cared that you were okay. But he wasn't. I never met him. He took his own life 2 months before I was born. And I grew up with grief, with his photos on the wall, with stories at dinner with my family that always ended up in tears. I sat next to his empty chair, wondering who he was, wishing over and over that I could have known him. I want to be honest with you tonight. I won't tell you that positive thoughts would have saved him, because that's not true, and I would be lying to you, and that's not fair to him. What I will tell you is that suicide is not a failure of attitude. Suicide is not weakness. Suicide is what happens when someone, for too long, has been listening to this virus inside of their heads. What I wish someone could have told Oliver 17 years ago is that your brain is not finished. Your brain can change. Neuroscientists at Cambridge have shown this through decades of rehabilitation research. Stroke patients learning to walk again, 70-year-olds learning new languages, brains drowning in depression, coming back to life. Your brain can heal. And this is called neuroplasticity. When you finally take control of your brain, when you're finally driving your life, you realize that the roads negativity was driving you on were the slowest, the darkest, and the bumpiest roads your brain could ever find. But now that you're driving, now that you're in control, you realize that there were other roads too. Highways, fast lanes, roads that actually lead somewhere. Today, I'm going to tell you how you can switch seats with 3 simple changes. Change 1, feed your brain. Your brain feeds with almost everything you give it. So when you're constantly repeating these thoughts, I'm not enough, I'm not worth it, I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Just stop saying that, because stop being a drama queen. What you can do is change the way you speak to yourself. You can stop blaming yourself, because that's in the past, and something that you did wrong doesn't define who you are. So instead of saying, I'm a failure, you can say, I haven't learned this yet. And if you want to take it a step further, you can actually remove the I. Remove the I. Switch it. Change it for your name. When you say, Diego, you've got this. Diego, you can do it. Diego, believe in yourself. You step out and you start viewing yourself from a third-person perspective. And what happens? You start coaching yourself. You start actually seeing your mistakes and learning from them. Kobe Bryant has used it. Surgeons all over the world, because it's effective and it works. There's an old Italian phrase that's tutto passa. Everything passes. There's no point on suffering from the past if you can't change it. So stop watching the movie from the dog dies, like where the dog dies. You can't do anything about that. Stop listening to the same sad music all day, like, for example, Someone Like You by Adele. I know it's a great song, but you're just feeding your brain heartbreak fuel, and it's not gonna do anything for you. The Stoics knew this 2,000 years ago. Focus on what you can control. Change 2. Give your brain a reason. Grab the wheel. Put a goal on your brain's GPS. It doesn't matter if it's long-term, short-term. What matters is that you start driving with faith and with purpose. And of course, you won't start driving like Max Verstappen all of a sudden, all quick. No, but you start slow. And there's a book called Atomic Habits that explains it. Small tasks, small goals, like making your bed in the morning or just completing 1 page of your homework. These small wins give your brain real dopamine. Not the cheap kind from doom scrolling on TikTok all day. Nah, real dopamine that actually helps you to have a better life. Change 3. Say it out loud. When you say it out loud, the voice no longer controls you, because this virus is only living in your brain. When you say it out loud, when you talk to a therapist, with a friend, with your girlfriend, with anyone about it, that voice can no longer control you. Why? Because it only lives inside of your head. When other people help you fight it, the voice will be defeated easily. That same voice I'm talking about convinced Oliver to never say it out loud. And my family has never been the same since then. My grandmother still talks to him in her dreams. And my grandpa writes him poems. I want to share one with you tonight. Fly, eternal little bird. Even when you hide in my darkest dreams, you will keep beating in my heart. And I give you my entire sky so you can keep planting stars in my darkest dreams. So that's the choice. A man named William Ernest Henley, from a hospital bed after his leg was amputated, he wrote, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." And that's what I wanted to tell you today. Next time you're walking through the dark valley, remember, your brain can heal. Your brain will heal. Thank you.